What's up, everyone? Derek here with 7 Ply Therapy. Now, I didn't get to upload a video 2 weekends ago because, like I said, I was out of town. So I was hoping to upload one today just to make up for that. I'll be interviewing a fellow skater who lives in California in the Oakland area and happens to be a skate coach for kids and even adults, he said, and happened to be a Marines veteran. So in this interview, I asked him questions and kind of pick his brain on how skating helped him cope during the time that where he was not necessarily on tour, but on training and things like that. So yeah, without further ado, here's the interview, and hope you guys enjoy. All right. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what do you want me to refer you as? Because I know you go by Fish on your handle for YouTube.
You do fillet of fish, make fish sandwich. It was an inside joke with my wife, so
Got it. So you want me to call you Fish?
yeah, that's fine. If you want to,
All right, cool. So I thought you had a really awesome idea with doing this collab. I thought it would be very interesting to interview you, and then if you had questions for me too, that'd be awesome. Because I read your kind of like your little bio on your YouTube, where you're like you want to record professional skaters at some point. That would be really cool for you. And then you also mentioned that you like to showcase other YouTube skaters. So I thought that was really cool, and I really appreciate you reaching out to me. So yeah. You had also mentioned to me that you are a vet.
Yeah, I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. Went in right after 9/11, so I had like 17. So yeah, and that skateboarding like was an everyday thing when I was younger, and then now, I'm just trying to tap back into more, I guess, the authentic self, and then, the things that I've been doing. So thinking of the things I've been doing without my life, and the things that never left me. Two things, well, three things. Having a compassionate, teach other people, skateboarding, and then music. Those are like all the things that never left me throughout traveling from here abroad or wherever. I was skateboarded. I always show somebody something that they didn't know. So that's all I do. So
yeah, that makes sense. So you were skating before you went to like tour when you were younger and stuff like that, right?
Coincidentally, they had a skate park on the base in Hawaii, because I lived in Hawaii, and I bought a new board, and then it's just always been there. Like just like I always wanted to get a board. But yeah, I've been skateboarding since like the early '90s and stuff. Like borrowing a friend's skateboard and breaking arms and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
So you got on a skateboard in early '90s, and that was it for you. You're like, I'm into skating.
Yeah.
Nice. And so, can you tell me a little bit more about how that helped you while you were there?
That helped because it kind of reminds you of back home and stuff like that whenever you're at a skate park. But it's different when not everybody skateboards, and you're like the only one there, and they're like, do a trick.
Yeah, I feel that. So it sounds like you were saying skating helped you kind of decompress and kind of helped you get through those times, and you're still using it that way.
Yeah, and then the more that I realized that, I just kept, the more I realized that was more when I started taking it on a day-to-day practice instead of like, once a week or whatever. Like even if it was at the beginning 15 minutes or whatever, that's cool with the 15 minutes. But then like it started evolving and like, hey, I got to get this trick, or let me learn this trick. And it just gets you more comfortable with the board and flipping it, and less injuries and all of that. So you start like experimenting with your mind of what you want to do and where you want your stuff to go, in skateboarding. So it's a trip that I've been skateboarding so long, but I'm still learning more things. It's the same setup, it's the same stuff. So it just trips me out.
Yeah. We're always going to be learning, man. That's the journey of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It came with the thought and idea of, just getting better at skateboarding, but then it evolved to maybe skateboarding can help some mental health issues, that's going around, especially out here in California. A lot of people take different things in order to kind of like calm down their mental health instead of taking care of it, and then it leads to a lot of spazzing out on people and stuff like that. I figure out skateboarding is more of a therapy because like by the end of the day, if you're really skateboarding hard, you're like so drained, and so you don't want
Hmm.
to get into any like mental battles or anything like that, but it leaves you more open to listening to different perspective on things.
Yeah, that makes sense. In the last video I actually posted, I talked a little bit about how skating is a form of exercise, which helps release like serotonin and a lot of other feel good endorphins in the brain, which help a lot
Mhm.
with symptoms of depression. It helps with stress. It helps with like anxiety and a bunch of things like that. So, yeah, that makes sense. The reason I created Seven Ply Therapy was because I felt like skating can be this perfect outlet to kind of escape the situation of that you're in at the moment, to
Mhm.
be in another moment which is within like that same reality. It was like,
Yeah,
what's on at home, I don't want to deal with that, let me go skate with my friends or whatever the
and
case,
I
right?
truly feel like that is a meditation. Like,
Hmm.
because in that moment, instead of reacting in the moment, you're getting time to process. In between, you're thinking about it, but then your body is exerting itself. So then you're thinking about it more compassionately. You know what I mean? Because of whatever situation it be, and then you can go and attack it, you know, easier.
Hmm. And
Yeah,
what's cool, like I was saying, like the release of serotonin doesn't just help with like mood and emotions, but it also helps with sleep regulation, appetite, which I talked about in my previous video. But it also helps with like recovery
yeah,
and bone health, which is super important for skaters. Yeah, it's definitely something that I would encourage. I've noticed like a big shift in the community, uh, that now skating seems to be a lot more accepting, even like core brands. Where back in the day, it was just kind of like if you sucked, unfortunately, it was like you were kind of pushed to the side, and it was just like, nah, man, like you're not skating with us. You wouldn't get
yeah,
invited, things like that. Where now it's like I'll fall at a park and like some random kid will be like, "Yo, you good, bro?" But
yeah.
before they were just like, "Get the hell out of the way so I can keep skating."
Right.
You know what I mean. And so
Yeah.
now I've seen that shift on
Yeah.
in the community from when I used to skate, because I used to skate a while ago and then I kind of quit and came back in, and now I've
Yeah.
seen like
Skating
it's like
is different.
completely different,
Yeah.
um, which is really cool, and I like that. I like that it's a lot more accepting, and it's not like there's still some gatekeeping, mind you,
Mhm.
but it's understandable, right? Because we don't have refs, or we don't have like this one entity or board in control of skating. So the whole gatekeeping up to a certain extent makes sense. We can't just
Yeah.
like let anybody just in, but we also want to be accepting to encourage new generations to continue the skating rather
Yeah.
than to kind of push people away from it as we used to before. Because it used to be like an outcast sport. It was just like all the outcasts did it, like the punk
Right.
rock kids. Versus now it's just like you could listen to rap. You don't have to be an outcast. If if you're going through some shit at home or anywhere else, getting bullied at school or whatever the case is, you have that outlet now. You have
Yeah.
skate you can escape to, and you'll feel more accepted by that community rather than it being a second community where you're pushed away or
Yeah.
like or bullied like the way it used to be. So
Yeah. Back
that's
in
really
the day,
cool.
yeah. They call that just grow up or whatever. But yeah, that was definitely just straight up bullying back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I really like hearing about how like skating has been like really helpful for you and your mental health, and how it's pushed you forward to progress in life and kind of move
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
So with that
Well,
being said, I want to say to my people watching, make sure to check out
yes.
Fish's shop. You want to drop the name again?
Yeah. It's Liberty Skate Shop. Just go ahead and put it on Google. I'm making boards like this. I have like 5 boards up right now, but I'm down to 2. So you guys buy those rest of the ones, and then I can use those funds to make some more boards. So
Yeah.
it's all good to go. But yeah, thank you, Seven Ply. Uh, appreciate you for getting back to me on Instagram,
Yeah,
and yeah, I hope this helps to show you and the audience that I'm actually people are watching your stuff and like also on a different same path but in a different area doing it, trying to bring that consciousness
for
up.
sure.
So I'm out here in Oakland, and yeah, I'm about to start working for the city of Piedmont for teaching skateboarding.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, y'all come out to the city of Piedmont skate park. You'll see me out there. I'm the custodian of it, and so I'll be teaching. If you want to come out there, we're trying to turn around the thoughts of the city, and it's more of a positive input. And even if you have suggestions to rebuild a skate park, yeah, I got a lot of ideas. So
Yeah.
come through, girls, boys, whatever you identify as LGBTQ plus, the IOA, whatever, come on
Hmm.
in. We're willing and ready. We got to keep skateboarding alive, and just me just loving skateboarding brought all this stuff. So it's
Yeah.
crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
In that
Uh,
case, we'll keep in touch. All right, Fish.
yeah, no problem. Subscribe to this guy's channel, and then check out my channel too if you want to
Yeah.
learn some, some skateboard stuff, or if you just want to skateboard and you want to, showcase your stuff too. All right,
Thanks.
man.
All right. See you, Fish.
Late. See you later, Derek.
Just a reminder, if you guys have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments, and I'll answer them as best as I can. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep skating, don't neglect your mental health, and have an awesome day.